Big up them, man. So yeah, we're doing quite well, really. We're doing actually quite well. What else is there? Obviously, Lewandowski's from Bayern. We know that. Ben Davies has joined Rangers from Liverpool. The latest sign for Bayern Munich from Juventus. West Ham in advanced talks for Broja and are waiting a response over Onana. Yeah. Tuchel sent a bunch of youths home. And on the topic with Arteta, people, just before we wrap up, big up you lot. This is something I meant to speak about earlier, but I don't know for finances and things and context does apply. But if we look at it on a lazy one, this guy tweeted, when the Zinchenko sale is complete, it will take Arteta spending up to 352.6. He'd have spent over 400 million by August the 31st. So we should, I mean, if he has, that's crazy. That's crazy. Has he really spent all of that? And I think there is some context, you know. I don't call Runnison, Marie, William, Cedric, and what's his face, Tavares, his signings, but they are. And again, not here to get into finances. Money's been spent, blood. Money has been spent. You know, there's been big contracts given and then torn up. Aubameyang and obviously Williams and everybody else. Money's been spent. Now, I'm not here to criticize. I'll tell you, these are cold-hearted facts. We can't argue with facts. So, yeah, man. I'm doing watch alongs for that. You can only take that in if you've got Amazon Prime. So make sure you're doing up that one, and obviously make sure you're subscribing to the channel with that. One love to those of you who have. Yeah, man, content and more content, bro. And again, like I like what Arteta is doing. I think there's a lot to like about him. But what I don't want is that man learns everything here. Because again, he's in his early 40s. I don't think football is quite gonna be like man are gonna be like Fergie and Wenger playing until literally for whatever reason it is what it is. I don't think you're going to see that. I don't think Pep, Klopp, I don't know anything too cool. You know, I don't think they'll be managing into their 70s. So the dynamics have changed. Obviously, people are getting top jobs way sooner as well. You could argue Arteta and Lampard, propaganda and what they could be as managers and things got them these roles. But what I don't want this guy to do is learn all these things. And then when he goes off to other things, thinks, I did that at Arsenal, that didn't work. I'm going to do this and have success, you know, because Arteta, the only way is up. He's taking one of the biggest jobs in football. Let's be honest. I'm not here to listen. Arsenal's still a big club. We can cap if we want. That's a massive job to be taken. Definitely sucks. COVID, just all this sort of stuff, the finances, the wage cuts. There's even know the fact to swim, you got to do that. And he's just seen the deepest end of the pool and jumped in. Now, that could be smart, that could be stupid. So he's going to learn a whole lot. He's probably learned a whole lot. It's a fantastic crash course as a manager. But are we trying to do this Arteta FC thing or this Arsenal FC thing? You know, I want it to be Arteta. I don't want to do the sacking manager thing and, he needs to get his own players and this and that and all of these things. But I love my football club. At some point, the trigger has to be pulled. And if I'm honest with you, there was a period last season, or a couple of, let's be honest, other managers that don't quite have what Arteta has or at other clubs probably wouldn't have been there to even fail not getting top four. Certain people might not even got a new deal. Certain people might have still got a new deal. It still would have got cut up, really. I think if it was a Chelsea thing under Roman, he could have got clipped. But the thing is, it only has to get really collapsed. I hope there is a process. You need to show more fight for the top four. For me, on the lazy thing, if you don't get top four, if you don't get to the Europa League final / win it, we're at in it. There's some good foundations. You flushed out some bad players, but again, the process needs to be decided. I'm not being funny. When you've got Klopp, Pep, Wenger, Sir Alex Ferguson, these sort of guys, I can understand it's difficult. Arteta, what has he done in the game? Respectfully, he's won an FA Cup. Nothing against that. He's done some great things at Arsenal. But much like this, you know, as much as I like the guy, much like football, it's like with these young players now. It's what you can do. It's never what you're doing at this moment in time. Propaganda and coaching and all these things. I'm sure he's got great skills. I'm not belittling them, but that's what got him the role. Never hard-ass examples, of him working in under 18s, working at a first team somewhere. It's all what you can do. Now it's time to show me what you're on, sort of thing. That's just my thoughts, innit? So I support Arteta. I want him to get it right. I'm a fan of Arteta. I'm more an Arteta fan than I am Arteta out. But I'm Arsenal. If there's reasons for you to stay, there's reasons for you to stay. If it looks like, you know, it's going to rain, then I need to get an umbrella and you need to get sacked, really and truly. You know, you've got us to a good prospect. Emre needed to go. But Emre didn't get this much time. Wenger towards the end didn't get this much time. So I like him. I don't expect too much from 2022-23. To be honest, I just want us to be minimum competitive. No Arsenal fan is expecting serious business respectfully next season. But come on now. Like I think there's too much of an imbalance. I think some Arsenal fans, their expectations are unrealistic. I don't know why, but we should be doing a lot. Some people's on the floor, like we're champion save wages, and nobody needs to tell me why saving wages is a good thing. But where you get it, there's no middle ground, really. Only at Arsenal have I seen certain people, specifically Edu and Arteta, as much as I like what they're doing, more so Arteta, as much as there's inherent problems and ingrained issues at this club, make self-errors consistently and be defended for it. I just think in football in general, there's a lack of honesty, and if you are honest or if you do have an opinion, it's 9 times out of 10, certain people are agenda-driven. So it's flops happen, bro. Flops happen. I mean, where Cedric's concerned and William, you could see that wasn't gonna bang. All right, the Marie thing didn't bang. It is what it is. But yeah, man, I like the guy. Zinchenko can help Teeny's game develop. Hope so, bro. Hope so. Big up you lot, man. We lot saying you lot prefer the afternoon streams to the morning ones. And apologies again, not for being a top 4 for me this season. And I agree with you. Everyone's it's going to be stronger and stuff. Really, you expect everyone to want to stay the same. I'd love for United to still be shit. I would love for Spurs to look shaky because we could improve. But everyone's going to want to improve. We're going to want to improve. I don't want to hear nothing really. Spending even 100 million in this day and age ain't that deep. Teams like Fulham and that are doing that. They are. But again, I'm not even waffling about the money being spent. It's the fact, it's what we're getting, I don't respectfully, you're right, but I don't care what them men are doing because these sort of teams buy shit, man. Everton always spending peace. Somehow they've managed to commit money for Dele Alli, Iwobi, Sigurdsson's 50 million and left. They're buying shit done. You could spend £10 and I want to know at this football club, are we getting the best value for money? That's all I care about. When you sign someone for me, which I was telling you, like Odegaard's a deal, I'm not saying he let the world, they're like, calm. When you're doing the William things, I'm going to comment. You're spending money, doesn't make us a stronger team or not. Why are you spending money? It's a bit like if we did get Lissandro Mane, spend the bag if you want him. I would have looked at it, a bit expensive for a position. It looks like we're covered. I know people waffling about him playing left back. Once again, he's played there 12 times. I would have said, all right, you might be doing the development thing, but 50 odd million for someone that can give us options at centre half. I'll give it to Arteta. I'll be like, pause. I'll be like, do your thing. But I'm asking why we're doing it. It's like many fans last season, we sat there and saying, all right, I liked Ramsdale. I didn't know how good he was with the ball at his feet. I liked Ben White. Didn't know why I was spending 50 million. Maybe could have shopped abroad. But cool, we gave them a chance. People, last summer was all right. I still like Lokonga, could do a lot better. I'd say the only one for me that was meaty is Tavares. And I was telling you, he's on meatiness. And even him, 8 million, you might be able to do a thing if you pattern it. I ain't saying nothing, bro. I don't know what that is. I ain't saying nothing. Hope you're not being disrespectful. But if you are, SYM. I take the SYM back if you're not, but I don't know them things. So if you are, SYM times 1,000,000. To all your friends, family, loved ones, dead or alive. Simple as that. Next Tory MP. President. Yeah, I've been live for a minute. We're going live. What's the time now? 30 minutes past 4. I'm going live at 4:30 once again, people's Football Manager settings, and then it's 8:50 after that, and then it's Arsenal versus Orlando City. Marathon settings, man. Marathon settings. As I said, I owed it to you lot. I flopped you lot yesterday, or better yet, the computer flopped you lot. Yeah, man. A sniper, stay in the group, mate, because you're bookie, man. What's the lottery tickets? I'm happy with Ben White. Again, another agenda-driven man. But I personally, for me, I don't think a lot of fans do research and understand players. I know I did I'm not saying I know Saliba like that, but I'm watching him 90 minutes. We're doing long reports, so I have a rough idea of the player that's going to arrive at the club. Similar with Reece Nelson, similar with Martin Odegaard, sort of thing. You look at Ben White, he cost 50 million, English tax. Yes, the money, let's not lie, the money could have been spent better, really and truly. Let's not cap. We bought him off the back of one full season in the Prem. Last season that's just gone was his second season. Fair. So what does that tell you? That's a man that needs to develop. If you look at the teams he's been at, Leeds and Brighton, he's got Dunk and Duffy next to him, guys that understand defending. He's the little brother in it. We're then looking at him to be the leader. You're slapping him next to Gabriel, who's another talented lad. But they're still learning. Everybody's still learning. So strikers not bagging, defenders doing dumb shit, keepers, Ramsdale doing dumb shit. I expect it at times. They're human, innit? Even the most experienced players. But it's about playing better more so than not really. So is what it is, man. You know, I don't think. Is there any players I don't really rate at Arsenal Football Club? I don't rate Cedric. I'll defend him all the time. He plays for Arsenal. I'll give him his dues. When you play well, you play well. You play badly, you ask questions. I don't rate Cedric. I don't rate Rob Holding, but I like Holding. That's my guy. I would shot that, but that's my guy. I don't know why. Everyone's probably got a Kalam footballer at their team that they don't mind. You know, I just think Tavares is brainless. I think Lokonga is blinkered, but I don't think they're dead. It's just collectively everybody's media, unfortunately. But hopefully we move into our next scenario sort of thing. Come on. Shout out to you lot being tuned in, man. Arteta all or nothing is going to be propaganda. Of course, and to be honest, if we were the producers, it's a chance to make Arteta, you know, this preseason, we've learned a lot more about Edu, but it's a chance to gas up Edu. It's a chance to humanize Arteta. It's a chance for Xhaka. It's a chance for the young players, you know, and it's actually a chance for us to just show fans what's going on. Like, obviously, if I'm a normal citizen, my job is to to work from Monday to Friday, pay my bills. We're playing on the weekend. If there's a 2-week schedule and I go to watch Arsenal on a Saturday and one Don makes a mistake, then the next week he makes a mistake. Obviously, I'm going to say you're not learning from your mistakes as much as we know the obvious. But if you show him, we all know old habits die hard. If you show him working on, I don't know, lack of marking or whatever in this documentary, and he still does the same things, fans might say, all right, cool. When people say Edu's not working around the clock, it won't surprise me if we'd see a January segment where he's trying a thing where we all say, all right, should have done a lot better, but cool sort of thing. And at one hand, I think fans need to be competent enough to consider everything in life isn't white and black. They can have their opinion, but there's many different layers to this. And obviously, fans are quite stupid, if I'm completely honest with you. No disrespect, a lot of fans, and it's not their job for that. And it's down for the club to kind of show us these sort of things. You know, I remember last season, I know their signings didn't really work out. When Dia didn't do much, Coutinho was all right. Everyone was waffling about Leon Bailey. Obviously, he just went to link his family there in Birmingham. Shout all my yard, man, out there, all my yardies. It didn't bang. But I remember their president came out, Villa's president or someone, and he spoke about when they decided they were selling Grealish, the timeline kind of the negotiations and what they were going to do with the piece. Now, I don't necessarily, we're in a dangerous world if the club's going to tell you everything they're doing. But I think that them sort of things there can help with the fans, if I'm honest with you. Flores loan to Oviedo done. Great stuff for him then, innit? Great stuff for him, man. That's a good league for him, really, you know. Spanish league and that. Hopefully all the Mexican scouts are out there preeing him and, you know, he can do a thing out there, man, you know. Needs to. There's no point playing thingy football, blood. Like, under 23s football, go and be outside your comfort zone. Things that you can do in your sleep at 23s level, you're going to struggle to in the man's game. You try and be faster than someone, they're going to be quicker than you. You know, you try to use your strength. They're stronger than you. That's what they need. We'll probably see official announcement later today, people. Don't freeze at this last crucial. We're at the end, man. Come on. Come on. I don't know what's going on here, people, but apparently, if you look at hear me, I can't bring it on screen, but Zinchenko has signed his contract as a new Arsenal player, valid until June 2026. Obviously, we're playing today. Make sure you're here for that. We've got our man there, really and truly. A man said DG loves a passion merchant. I clocked it. Of course, bro. In life, if you ain't got passion, it is what it is, bro. You need passion in football. You need passion with your gal. You need passion in protecting your boys. You need passion with, you know, being a family man. You need passion in your job. This is why I appreciate you lot on Twitch and YouTube, because I'm someone I admire people that can do things day in, day out, and their heart's not in it, because there's no in between, if you lot can still hear me. I'm either fully in or not in. So, yeah, you need passion. To be fair, prefer Nuno over Cedric, of course, but I actually feel Nuno's class, but I feel Cedric does a lot of the Nuno thing and no one talks about it. Maybe it's experience factor. Maybe it's because he kind of spaces out when he's doing these things. I don't know. But yeah, it is what it is in that regards. What's going on here? Well, don't know what's going on. It seems, do you know what? I think this is a StreamYard problem, you know. But we're frozen. Let me close everything and come back. Yeah, blood, just close everything because you're being childish, bro. Ain't this about bitch? No clue what's going on there, people. But yeah, well, I think we're back. I think we're back. Boy. It is what it is, man. But yeah, man. With that being said, people, obviously, right when we got to the end, in fact, I can't go out like that, man. I know we're meant to be live in 8 minutes once again. Don't go anywhere on Twitch. All I need to do is swap the computers around. But if I go on Fabrizio Romano Twitter, we can't go out like that. Please don't do like that. If I try and okay, you actually let me.